Welcome to the Taft City Council Successor Agency Joint Regular Meeting Agenda. Tuesday, May 16th, 2017, City Hall, Council Chambers at 209 East Kern Street, Taft, California. As a courtesy to all, please turn your cell phones off. Any writings or documents provided to a majority of the City Council regarding any item on this agenda are made available for the public inspection in the lobby of Taft City Hall at 209 East Kern Street during normal business hours. Mr. Bryant, would you do the pledge, please?
Oh, we can do that.
Thank you.
You all please stand with me. Place your hand over your heart and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our invocation tonight is from Michael Sharamonte
Why not?
from the Lighthouse Foursquare Church.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. I thank you for all the blessings that you've given us. I ask you to bless this governing body, lead it, guide it, give it wisdom and understanding, and let your will be done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Short, sweet. I like it.
I like that. Can we please have roll call, please?
Mayor Knorr is absent. Mayor Pro Tem Hill.
Here.
Councilmember Bryant.
Here.
Councilmember Cryer.
Here.
And Councilmember Miller.
Here.
Thank you. First on our agenda tonight is a proclamation for Relay for Life. Councilman Miller, would you please read that for us?
Well, thank you, and it gives me great pleasure to be able to read this and support Relay for Life in Taft because it hits home real personal with me and my wife Jeannie. So this is a proclamation declaring May 20th, 2017 Relay for Life Day. Whereas the American Cancer Society is a voluntary community-based coalition of local citizens dedicated to eliminating cancer as a major health problem through financial support and education awareness. And whereas Relay for Life is the signature activity for the American Cancer Society and honors cancer survivors, anyone who has ever been diagnosed with cancer, remembers those lost to the disease, and provides opportunity to fight back against cancer, and has helped with funding of $4.5 billion in research since 1946. And whereas the American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Taft is a community event that allows an opportunity to network with businesses, associates, family, and friends with the same goal of making a difference in the battle against cancer. And whereas money raised during the American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Taft helps support research, education, advocacy, and patient services for treating cancer, thereby increasing cancer survival rates. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Taft does hereby proclaim May 20th, 2017 as Relay for Life Day in Taft and encourages citizens to recognize and participate in the Relay for Life of Taft on May 20th, 2017 in celebration of cancer survivors and remember those individuals that have lost their lives to cancer and fight back against the disease. Date is May 16th May 2017, sorry. Signed by Mayor Dave Nora and the 4 other council persons. So we have some representative from the Cancer Society, Relay for Life.
Like you don't know who I am. I'm Barbara Scriver. I'm with Taft Relay for Life. I am the team Bring the People lead and fund the mission lead. I would like to invite you all to come out and join us. We're doing a great job this year. We have a goal of $65,000, and so far we have almost $20,000 collected and raised. So we'd like to thank you and the community for coming forward and helping us. And Mr. Miller, would you like to come and read this proclamation for us after your wife finishes her survivor lap?
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
All righty, thank
And
you.
what time is it going to start, and where is it going to be?
We are starting at 10 a.m. We're going to run from 10 to 10 at the Taft Union High School track. And several of the local businesses were generous enough with water donations, so you don't have to worry about our lovely late spring weather. So we have plenty of ice water that will be available for people to drink, and we're just going to go on from then. And we have Dr. Brian and Terry Brown, the Sons of the 60s. They're going to be providing music in the evening for us. And we look forward to seeing everyone in Taft out there. And it is a free event. It is free to attend.
And how many teams do you have this year?
As a team leader, I'm so excited. We have 30 teams registered.
All right. Okay.
So that's quite a large group for us, and we're excited. And we're going to have water balloon games and watermelon eating contests and quite a variety of things. So we have a couple of barbecues going, cotton candy machine, and our theme is Dr. Seuss this year. So you'll see some Hortons and some Cat in the Hats. And that's our lap themes this year too. So.
Very good.
Well, this is really important. And Taft's been the last few years, the Relay for Life has been very successful, and we want to continue that success. And I dare anybody in here to say that they don't know somebody that's been affected by cancer one way or another. And this is a good way to just give back and come down. If you don't feel like walking around the track, you don't have to. But
it's not a running race. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's what most people are. I have to run. If it involved running, I would not be involved. It's walking at your own pace. And it was founded in 1986, and it's still going.
So all these teams that are there, I set up booths, and they raise money at each one of the booths, and they've got door prizes and all kinds of games to play, and good food there, and it's a great day.
My team is doing barbecuing hamburgers and hot dogs. We are raffling off a meat basket, a barbecue meat basket, and some quilts that were donated to us to do. The team called TLC, it's Torrance Logistics, they're barbecuing tri-tip. They are also raffling off furniture that they have bought and refurnished, including a rocking chair. The Seroptimus, their team has like $1,000 worth of gift cards that they're raffling off. Reverend Heather, she has a team, and they're doing a bake sale. So there's going to be a variety of food out there this year. And different activities and a chance to win all kinds of different things.
Well, thank you, Barbara, and thank you for all the commitment by all the volunteers to put this on. It's a big project, and
it is. And
it's a good thing for Taft.
And one thing that I'd like to remind people is, our money does not stay local. It doesn't, because there's no research facility in Kern County, and that's our number one thing is education and research and development of medication for treatment. But we have the Hope Lodge and the Keys for Hope and the Road to Recovery programs and the Wig Bank for Women and the Look Good, Feel Good, Make It programs. Those are all available to the people on the west side. So that's what we're raising money to fund for. So, thank you.
Thank you,
Barbara. Thank you so much.
Next, we have a proclamation for Peace Officers Memorial Day and Police Week. Mr. Bryant.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. It's with tremendous pleasure that I get to read this tonight. It's a proclamation from the City of Taft declaring Peace Officers Memorial Day and Police Week in the City of Taft 2017. Whereas in 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation which designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which that date falls as Police Week. And whereas Police Officers Memorial Day and Police Week pay tribute to the local, state, and federal law enforcement officers who serve and protect us with courage and dedication. These observances also remind us of the ongoing need to be vigilant against all forms of crime, especially to acts of extreme violence and terrorism. And whereas the dedicated members of the Taft Police Department the Kern County Sheriff's Department, the California Highway Patrol, and the Westside Correctional Officers play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of Taft. And whereas the City of Taft wishes to honor all peace officers who, through their courageous deeds, have lost their lives or have become disabled in the performance of their duties. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Taft does hereby formally recognize all peace officers for their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities and their dedication to our community. Accordingly, the City Taft, good gravy. The City Council hereby declares May 15th, 2017 as Peace Officers Memorial Day in the city, and the week of May 14th through May 20th, 2017 as National Police Week within the city. Dated the 16th day of May, 2017, and signed by the mayor and the other four council folks.
Would you please come up, all of those who are representing the police department today? Probably better than do it there. What do you think?
We can take a break.
You think-
Go up front if you guys want to.
Want to go up front? Do it up front? Yep, let's go up front.
Not my call.
That sounds good to me. We got a bunch of them. We're going to go up front, take a good picture. Go up front? Yeah.
Oops.
Thank you for allowing us to have our little field trip. And Chief, would you like to come up and give us a couple words?
Madam Mayor, and to the councilman here, thank you so much for this appreciation. As you know, in law enforcement, it is a very rewarding job, but it also can be a very difficult job and sometimes a frustrating job. Our California legislators haven't exactly made it any easier for us in the last 7 or 8 years. But here on the west side and in this county, we are appreciated, and certainly appreciated by the members of the City Council, the staff, all the employees here support us, both in Public Works and in maintenance, and allow us to get our work done. And the citizens of Taft, more importantly, because we serve them, and they have shown their appreciation over the many years. And for that, we thank all of you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Next, we have a proclamation for the correctional officer. Excuse me?
I'm sorry, hate to interrupt. We're going to have Tammy Holt from the correctional.
I thought we should read the proclamation first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good idea? Okay.
Oh, went out and took pictures. Got me thrown off.
Yeah, we got ourselves a little out of line.
There we go.
Next, we have the proclamation for the correctional officers and correctional employee of the week. Mr. Cryer, you may use my glasses.
Let me try with that one first. Thank you, Mayor. Proclamation declaring May 7th to the 13th, 2017, Correctional Officer, Correctional Employees Week 2017. Whereas the City of Taft correctional officers and correctional employees are responsible for supervising offenders convicted of crimes and sentencing to serve time in a Taft Modified Community Correctional Facility. And whereas correctional officers are trained law enforcement professionals dedicated to maintaining safe correctional facilities and ensuring the public safety. And whereas these highly devoted individuals do more than supervise. They train, teach, mentor, counsel, preach, and treat inmates like providing hope and guidance. They work to rebuild lives, and whereas correctional officers and correctional employees rise to meet any challenge and serve this honorably profession, nobly and admirable. And now, whereas Correctional Officer Week offers an opportunity and to acknowledge and honor Taft correctional officers and correctional employees for the important work they perform each day and for the sacrifices they make to protect us citizens of our community. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Taft is proud to join in with the rest of the nation in honoring the dedication and professionalism of the women and men who are our correctional officers and correctional employees by declaring May 7th through the 13th, 2017, Correctional Officers and Correctional Employees Week, dated this 16th day of May 2017, signed by our Mayor, Dave Knorr, and our 4 council members.
Tammy Holt, would you like to come up here and give us a few words, and Mr. Cryer will present this to you.
Oh, jealous, Chief. I need to get a picture with him.
Yes, you do.
Booking photo.
What's that? What's that? No, I said now I feel jealous. I didn't get a picture with Chief. Hey, when we give it to him, he needs some, hey, by the way, I need my chair fixed.
Apologize for that. I thought.
That's okay.
Good evening. I'm Tammy Holt, the Chief of Corrections at the Taft MCCF, and I just wanted to thank the city and thank the council members and also the Chief of Police for giving us an opportunity to open the facility back up. I'd also like to thank the staff and the supervisors for the daily facility running. I mean, their dedication to the job is excellent, so I'd like to give them a thanks for that, and I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate the job that you do.
I'd like to make one little comment. I'd like to thank you all for keeping that modified prison having a high marks and grades, that we're the best community correction in our valley here, and wouldn't for you, we wouldn't have this, and we would be hurting as far as our city would. But you guys just keep on doing a great job you're doing, and keep those high marks. And I know there'll be some tribulations in there, but it's very valuable to us to have that MCF.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have a proclamation for Public Works, and Mr. Jones, would you please read that for us?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. This is the City of Taft, State of California proclamation declaring May 21st to May 27th, 2017 Public Works Week. Whereas the Public Works Department provides services to the City of Taft and are a vital and integral part of our citizens' everyday lives. And whereas the support of the community is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as building maintenance, streets, fleet maintenance, sewer line maintenance and construction, as well as wastewater treatment. And whereas the health and safety and comfort of this community greatly depends on these services. And whereas the quality and effectiveness of the facilities as well as their planning, design, and construction is vitally dependent upon the efforts and skill of public works officials. And whereas these efforts are greatly influenced by attitudes of citizens of the City of Taft and their understanding and importance of the work performed. Now, therefore, let it be proclaimed by the City Council of the City of Taft that we recognize and extend our appreciation to the dedicated and skilled staff, and hereby proclaim the week of May 21st to the 27th, 2017 as Public Works Week in the City of Taft. And be it further proclaimed that the City Council of the City of Taft requests that all citizens and civic organizations acquaint themselves with the issues involved in providing public works services to our community and recognize the contributions which our public works employees make every day to the health, safety, and comfort and quality of life that the citizens of Taft enjoy each day. Signed by all 5 council members on this day, 2017.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Christy, would you like to come up?
We got Chris Krejci here representing.
Oh, look at this. Now, these people are very near and dear to my heart because every time I call and complain that we have a problem, they are here and fast.
He grew a beard for this day.
Now, as long as we do our job well, the phone doesn't ring and it's been quiet, so all good. Thank you.
These people are truly the unsung heroes of our community. They do a lot of problem solving that nobody ever realizes they do. They do it so well. So thank you. Next, we have citizen requests and public comments. This is a time and the place for the general public to address the City Council on matters within its jurisdiction. State law prohibits the council from addressing any issue not previously included on the agenda. Council may receive comments and set the matter for a subsequent meeting. Please limit comments to 5 minutes. And we have Kathy Johnson with us today.
City Council members, I'm Kathy Johnson. I'm the Director of Adult Education at West Kern Adult Education, and I'm here not to try to convince you to vote for us funding the expansion of the GED program at the MCCF, but just to commend you for your support. And I was honored to attend the first GED graduation at the prison a few weeks ago, and it was very impressive, and it's very impressive what the staff out there is doing. When your proclamation tonight said that they are working to rebuild lives, I believe that that is true. Out of 592 inmates out there, 365 of the men are in education. That's 61%, I think. 66% of those are in college courses. So whatever you're doing, it's working, it's beautiful. With the funding that West Kern Adult Education is granting to the prison, they're going to be able to double the amount of inmates they serve, and next year they expect to have 100% in educational programs. So we're really proud to be a part of it. Our board is very supportive of it. We think it's a great program, and the vision behind our funding is to increase the California workforce. And we really believe that that's what we're doing, that when these men go out of prison, that they are going to be equipped to go into the job market. And I just want to thank you for your support and your vision in what you're doing out there.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. Does anybody have any questions for Mrs. Johnson? Mr. Miller?
No, thank you, Kathy. Thank
Mr.
you for the
Cryer.
support.
I just need to make sure you voted in so I can order the computers tomorrow. Have a window.
Mr. Cryer, any questions? Mr. Bryan?
No questions, but I definitely wanted to again commend you guys. You and Lucille both are putting a lot of effort, and all the folks who support the West Kern Adult Education Network are doing a lot of great things for the folks who are incarcerated. I know that the partnership we share with the CCF and you folks has become fruitful for both of us, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. And next we have council statements, non-action. Councilman Miller.
Not too much tonight. I want to apologize to the Mayor Pro Tem for my brain freeze there, senior moment, and I got lost in the shuffle.
Not a problem.
Other than that, I did go on a 2-week trip to Arizona and New Mexico, and it's very interesting to see how they run their states there, and then to come back to California. It's, I love coming back to Taft, but coming back to California is almost depressing, what we having to face, and what the chief said earlier, it's kind of awful what our legislators are doing. So hopefully they'll come around someday and make life easier for all the rest of us. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Cryer.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. This Saturday, as a Relay for Life, the opportunity to go out there and show our support for our city and for and show our county that what we can do here and what we can raise. I think it's a good opportunity to go out there and get some exercise. And by God, we all need it. And it'd be a good time to have a great time and socialize and enter some of the contests and different raffles and stuff. It's a nice time to enjoy and commingle with everybody. Another thing too, my travels and being in agriculture and other enterprises and stuff, it's hard to do business in California. I just can't tell you how hard it is. Seeing companies going out of business or moving. I've been affected tremendously myself with all the rules and regulations and stuff that's coming down in November, the cost of fuel and taxes and everything. It's getting tougher and tougher to do it. And at the same time, you're seeing other states and other countries bringing their products into California at a cheaper price, and it's about the same quality, so it don't have the California name to it, but we just can't compete. Labor's cheaper there, the workman's comp, the taxes, the fuel, the carb thing, everything there is, you just can't compete against it in California. And you're going to see after November or first of next year, you're going to see a whole big wave of businesses, actually either closing down or getting together and form another corporation or leave California. It's getting so bad that it's even hard for myself to stay in business. It's getting tougher. It really, really is. And you try to be wiser and smarter, and there's always somebody out there trying to make it tough on you. But support your business in California. Buy California food. Buy your vegetables in California. It might cost a little more. It's better quality. And they're supporting our our workers here and supporting our local businesses here. I just can't stress that, to support our local businesses and our products here in California. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Brown?
Madam Mayor Pro Tem, thank you. I hope you all will bear with me. I do have a list of things. I know Councilmember Noor's not here, so I guess I could be the one. But, he's always more focused. I'm a little bit more scattered and try to touch on a couple different things. So, first and foremost, Public Works Week. So we say it, and I know I say it all the time. I'm amazed at what we're able to do with a city of our size and the staff our size in Public Works. The compliments we get on the status and the appearance of the city is amazing. It's not because those folks aren't out there breaking their back, because they are, and we appreciate them. So I hope that it's not just a piece of paper to those folks who are watching, the folks maybe in attendance, that says, hey, thank you, this is your week. There's a heartfelt thanks and appreciation from this dais, and I'm sure from everyone else in the administration of the city, that goes to those folks. So thank you, guys. When it comes to the nice new roads we're able to see around the city, those folks are the ones who are out there doing a lot of that work. So thank you to those folks. Second item, we talked a little bit about corrections and the CCF or the MCCF. I was able to catch a couple of those folks out at lunch a couple weeks ago. Let them know I appreciate them. But again, those folks are doing a fantastic job. Councilman Cryer mentioned that the CCF is one of the best in the state, and I'd venture to get that I'd say we are the best. And it's because those folks are out there busting their hump every day. It's because of the leadership and the accountability that those folks have and exhibit day to day on the job, period. Thank you to those folks. I wish they would have stayed around. I look forward to them continuing to have our name high ranked on the list. And then talking about Police Officers Memorial Day and Police Week. One of the most thankless jobs on the planet has to be police officer. It has to be, especially in today's day and age. When you look around and you look at all the negativity that's on the media, because at the end of the day we all know is if it bleeds, it leads. Okay? But day to day those guys put on a uniform, they put on their badge, and at the end of the day they put their lives on the line to protect us, period. The chief hit it on the head. At the end of the day, our state has made it very, very difficult for them to be ever more effective locally. It's put all the citizens more and more at risk, more and more at odds with law enforcement, because they feel like law enforcement at times isn't doing things, but they don't realize, for whatever reason, that they're handcuffed, figuratively and literally. These folks are out there finding new creative ways to get these dirtbags off of our street, and I know I, for one, am very, very appreciative of them. I wanted to kind of read some statistics that I was looking around today. People think that you get to put on a badge and you get to have all this glory. How many nights, Chief, do you go home well after your shift ends? Or how many nights do your staff experience that? Because they've got paperwork they've got to get done. They've got important leads that they need to follow up on that may go beyond the end of their shift. These people are out there day in and day out, busting their hump, taking phone calls whenever they get them to make sure we're safe. And I know I appreciate them. Nationally, in 2014, one source reports 133 officers died in the line of duty. And almost half of those folks were felonious. At the end of the day, folks were out there looking or committing a crime, shooting at the police. In 2015, 129 more. And then in 2016, 140. Year to date is probably right on par with that nationally. Folks don't see anything but the negativity, and I hope that they would look past that and look at the benefit that these folks are offering us day in and day out when they're out there shooing people off where they shouldn't be, arresting folks for doing bad things around the city. And I know I, for one, definitely appreciate them. So I hope everyone would back the blue. Remember that the blue lives do matter, especially here in the city of Tadford, as far as I'm concerned, in my household. That's all I have. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I was noticing on Facebook this last week there was a comment made about how sad it was that we had graffiti. And somebody had noticed some graffiti and they were upset by it. And in looking at the comments, the first comment was the city council needs to step up. Well, I actually had issue with that. First of all, step up to what? I don't think you want us to discipline your children. I'm pretty sure you don't want us to teach your children right from wrong. The truth is we do have laws against vandalism. We can't always catch somebody who's vandalizing. When I personally see graffiti on a wall, I obviously call City Hall, which is what I would recommend, and our fabulous Public Works Department goes out there and cleans the mess up. If I happen to catch somebody, I'd probably take a picture of them and call the police department. But this is not a thing that's a responsibility of just the city. It's a responsibility of everybody to be observant to see if somebody does this. This is typically something a kid would do, and they usually do it in the middle of the night. So I'm not sure how somebody would want more laws against us. We've already noticed that we have all these laws, and look what they've got us. We have more laws that do nothing. and our police have their hands tied. So I don't think more laws is what we need. I think it's more responsibility to what we have around us. We have people complaining about people in our garbage cans. Well, every one of us is probably guilty of putting our recyclables in the garbage can. The other day I caught somebody in my garbage can, and I realized it's my stuff he's getting out of there. I don't like to recycle, so I threw all the recyclables in there. If you don't like the tweakers in your garbage cans, maybe you shouldn't put any recyclables in your garbage cans. So it's a hard habit to get yourself into, but I think that maybe we all ought to start not being forced to do so, but maybe think about collecting your own recyclables, giving them to somebody else, donating them to whatever group might want them, or just taking them down yourself. But that might start to do a little chiseling away at the tweaker problem we have, for lack of a better word, tweaker problem, that we have in our alleys. So before you ask for more laws to protect you, think about some of the ones we have right now that are not protecting us very well. And that's all I have. Next, we have department reports. Do we have anything? Mr. Staples.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Hill. I am here before you more as the Secretary of the Planning Commission because as we just had an election back in November, that means the following June, there are some seats up on the Planning Commission. So this is serving as a reminder for folks who would like to serve on the Planning Commission. There are 3 seats up. The letters of interest, what do we call it, Madam Clerk? Application to be considered for one of the seats are due by end of next week.
26th.
The 26th by
5 o'clock.
5 p.m. So don't worry about if you don't know anything about local government. Every 2 years that we have, we haven't had too many changes of seats, but I try to do a little quick Brown Act training for those that aren't familiar. We provide plenty of written materials and materials on CD of trying to get them up to speed on how things operate. So don't be too shy. It's a good starting point if you want to get into public service, at least on serving on a committee or a commission. Mayor Pro Tem Hill did that a few years ago.
I believe Mr. Miller.
I believe most folks work their way up, if not here, maybe on some other boards or worked in other agencies, a Little League or whatever it may be. So I welcome anybody and everybody. We have 3 seats available, and not that I want some to be off the commission, but it just serves as a reminder since we have about a week to go on the application period.
Okay.
A question for you.
Yes.
Is this the first announcement of it, or been a paper before?
I believe we did announce either the last council meeting or one in April, right before the announcement went out. But the announcement's been on the city website since it opened early May or late April. Yeah, late April. So every June after an election, when there's seats up on the council, the following June there will be seats up on the commission.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, welcome.
City manager statement. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just wanted to echo everyone's applause for Police Memorial Day and Week, Correctional Officer Employee Week, and Public Works Week. We have some really, really great employees that make the city look really good. They're dedicated. Police officers have it tough these days. Everybody knows that. And it's just tough out there with the laws that has been passed. And they keep catching the same criminals, and they're back on the streets. And it's got to be really, really frustrating. But they still do their job, and much appreciated. The CCF, like you guys have said, is SRAN modified correctional facility in the state. We really appreciate everyone's hard work out there, and obviously Public Works Week. That's my troops out there, and they make me look good every day, and they're everywhere doing everything they can to make the city look better, and then also having to take care of things that they shouldn't have to take care of, like people vandalizing and tearing things up and breaking sprinklers and all the other things that are not routine maintenance that is part of things that they have to deal with too, and making messes and cleaning up things that they really shouldn't have to clean up. So sometimes their job is not very good, but.
Might make mention of a couple of the projects that are going on, like 10th Street, and 3rd Street.
Yeah, that's a good point. We did some paving, pavement maintenance, and some of the roads that we did in the residential areas are a two-step process. We lay down the coal mix material, blade it in, and basically let vehicles drive on it for a few months until it works it into the fine cracks. And then during the next budget process after July, we're hopeful to come back and put some hot asphalt over that. And basically what that does is it keeps the investment of the pavement lasts a lot longer. That's what we did back in 2007, and it worked pretty nice. If you lay down hot asphalt all over all those cracks will reflect within 1 or 2 years, and you'll have holes and water gets in there and everything else. So it's a little more costly than just putting hot asphalt over the cracks, but it's the only way to preserve the pavement. So some of the areas like 25 Hill and some of the other less traveled roads, that'll probably be a short-term fix for 3 or 4 years before we can do that again. But we're trying to get back on the paving each year, where we do a portion of roads every year that we can afford to do. Not that we'll be able to do a whole bunch with that gas tax, it's $200,000 don't go very far.
Could
so.
you explain to people how we choose what roads get fixed? Because people question that, and I didn't know either until you explained it to me.
Well, there's a few things that, one is, what can you afford to fix, and how much traffic's on those roads. We also go by complaints. The roads that we did here recently were actually roads that were on the list to be finished up in 2008. And if you remember, 2007, things, the economy went to collapse, and we didn't have money to put into paving streets. So the streets that we did were probably some of the worst residential streets that we had. They're actually, some of them were kind of down to dirt. So we were kind of picking off where we left off on our paving list from 2007, which is only 10 years later. But
yes,
hopefully we can stay back on it.
What's going on in 10th Street down by the bridge?
Oh, 10th Street, that is a county project. They have a sewer main line that goes down the road there, and they're having to excavate and expose a portion of that line and replace it. And replace the portion, I believe, that goes under the Sandy Creek Bridge too. So thankfully that's not our project. We permitted it, but it's not our project.
Yeah, because we just redid that street, 10th Street.
Yeah, it was something they didn't plan on. It was something they found when they were cameraing their lines that was pretty major. So that's a force main that goes through there. So that carries a lot of, every bit of raw sewage from Taft Heights goes down there. So we definitely don't want that to break.
I also wanted to comment on Public Works. When we had all the tourists here from Carrizo Plains, I probably heard 15, maybe 20 times how clean and quaint our town was. So that really is the Public Works that's doing that. So my hat's off to them, because contrary to what we might think, because we're used to living here, 7th Street looks good, Taft looks good. We are much cleaner than a lot of towns. And even though we do have occasional vandal, we do have a very clean little city. So.
And if anyone ever finds graffiti, if they could go to our website and report it on the report of concern. One thing that we have is we don't give graffiti artists the satisfaction of looking at their art for a day or two. So we like to remove it as soon as we see it, because obviously they're doing it so someone will look at it. And if it's not there the next day, then it's kind of pointless to go around town and spray paint things. So
I agree.
if people see those, they can send a report of concern to us, and we'll take care of it as soon as possible. Sometimes it's a little tougher when it's on private property, because we have to get the owner's permission for us to go on and remove it, and we have to be careful. Obviously they don't come back and say that we demolished their $50,000 garage door or something.
Says art.
So anyway, that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. City Attorney statements.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. No statement.
Thank you. Do we have any future agenda items? Mr. Miller?
Nope.
Mr. Cryer?
None here.
Right, okay. Next, we have the consent calendar, items 11 through 19. All items listed on the consent calendar shall be considered routine and will be enacted by one roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the City Council requests specific items to be removed from the consent calendar for separate action. Any items removed from the consent calendar will be considered after the regular business items. Are there any items on the consent calendar that any members of the public would like to comment on? Seeing none. Number 11, the minutes, May 2nd, 2017, regular meeting. Number 12, payment of bills, about $242,000. Number 13, Taft Primary School end of the year play date at the Taft Veterans Park. Number 14, FY 2017-2018 FTA Section 5311 application. Recommendation is a motion to adopt the resolution entitled A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Taft authorizing the federal funding under FTA Section 5311, 49 USC Section 5311 with California Department of Transportation. Number 15, Memorandum of Understanding Education Partnership between West Kern Adult Education and the City of Taft, Taft MCCF Education Department. Number 16, agreement with Moore and Associates to develop a comprehensive Title 6 plan, or Title 11 plan. Isn't that right?
Six.
It's been a while since I did my Roman numerals. Number 17, cancellation of July 4th, 2017 council meeting. Number 18, Transportation Development Act Funds Annual Audit, FY 2012-2013. Number 19, Transportation Development Act Funds Annual Audit, FY 2013-2014. Do I have anyone from the council who would like to remove one of these items from the consent calendar?
None here.
Seeing none, may we have a roll call?
Nope. Can I have a motion?
Excuse me, we have a motion.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. May we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Cryer,
Yes.
Councilmember Bryant,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hill.
Yes, that is approved on a 4-0 vote. Next, we have the donation to the Taft Chamber of Commerce to help cover the cost of the July 4th celebration. Mr. Jones.
Last April, council approved a donation to the Taft Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $2,500 for the 2016 community fireworks display. The chamber has begun their fundraising efforts for the 2017 fireworks display and is requesting the council consider donating again this year for the 4th of July celebration. There are several fund amounts for the council to consider. Please see attached sponsorship form and a letter provided by the Taft Chamber of Commerce.
Mr. Miller, do you have any comments?
Well, I think $2,500 is an appropriate amount, and that the city of Taft donates the facilities, and we do the cleanup. We put the signage out. There's quite a bit that the city of Taft donates towards to have a successful 4th of July celebration, and I think $2,500 on top of all that is an appropriate amount.
Mr. Cryer.
It's important, to have our 4th of July. It's almost a dying breed. There's less, each year, less cities promoting 4th of July. Used to be fireworks, almost every town had fireworks, and now it's around just a couple. I like to keep the tradition going, and I feel like $2,500 is enough, and if something happens down the road that they won't quite meet their goal, they maybe look at it again, possibility. But I'm in full support of 4th of July. I just don't want to lose that tradition.
Thank you. Mr. Bryant.
Thank you. And speaking to the chamber, year to date, they've raised $8,100 of the $20,000 they need to raise to fund the entire cost of the program. So they're about 35% of the way there. I think what we did last year, or the $2,500, I think it's the same dollar amount. I think it's sufficient. I look forward to definitely voting on that in a positive manner. We do want to remember that they have Fund the Fireworks June 2nd, starting at 10 o'clock at 4th and Kern. So folks, go down there, take your money that you're going to spend on Starbucks that day and toss it into their hat. I'm sure they'll have somebody down there waving their hat, looking with a bucket, whatever you want to call it, taking your money. But when you think of Americana,
And you look at any place, you look at theater, movie, whatever, and they show what the Americana looks like. Classic 4th of July. They show communities coming together, getting together under the stars and watching those fireworks just, explode in the sky. We live that every year right here on Rails to Trails. And it's because of the generosity and donations of folks and businesses all over the area. I look forward to doing that again in 2017. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. As you all know, our mayor is very, very much a 4th of July guy. He likes to shoot the fireworks. He likes to donate. So he asked me to just remind everybody, please come out on the 2nd, and even if it's the price of a Happy Meal at Starbucks, $5, that allows you to be part of the fireworks. Like all of us, he very much supports our donation to the chamber, and he hopes that the community continues to lend their support. Also, the Chamber asked if I would please read that the Chamber is always grateful to receive the support of the community and the city to be able to host the fireworks show for free to our community due to the support of the businesses and the individuals. And we would like to say thank you. Fund the fireworks donation, as Mr. Bryant said, is on June 2nd at 4th and Kern Street. So I would like to entertain a motion to donate funding to the Taft Chamber of Commerce 2017 4th of July fireworks show. Fund the amount of $2,500.
Second.
Do we have a roll call?
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Cryer,
Yes.
Councilmember Bryant,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hill.
Yes.
Miller?
Got it? I thought we got it. Do I need to announce that he's going to not be part of the closed session?
Read it and I'll do that.
Okay, all right. All right, next we have closed session, conference with the legal counsel, existing litigation, the government code section 54956.9, Taft Union High School versus the city of Taft.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem, I'm going to recuse myself from this discussion due to my existing employment relationship with one of the parties of this matter.
Thank you, Mr. Bryant, and we are now adjourned for closed session.